Oh. We've got a guide to teletext art, and this is a presentation that was supposed to be shown at one of the block parties, but it never happened because I lost my voice due to Arnold impressions. But we'll not go too deeply into that. It kills your voice. It kills you. Well, yeah. Yeah, I spent the whole of the Saturday night doing Arnold impressions, so my voice was wrecked for the next day. Hence, I didn't do this presentation. I couldn't say a word, unfortunately. But we've got a brief guide to teletext art, and this features a lot of recoveries from Grim Fandango, Jason Robertson, the teletext archaeologist. Slide monkey, go to the next one. Speaking of glitches, can anybody find any hidden messages here? Let me know when you've cracked the Enigma code and we can go for a sandwich. Honestly, I don't know where this is from. I don't know why it happened. Maybe it's some sort of recovery glitch. But it's a wonderful piece of auto-generative glitch art, I do think. So the recovery process is a long and difficult one. Jason Robertson, pictured here, has to use genuine 80s equipment, such as a rotary dial telephone and data terminal, to restore glitched pages to their original form. As you can see here, he's recovering BBC facts, which is the opposite of BBC fake news. Actually, in this picture, we've also got one of those digital pens that you can write with. Either that or it's an anal probe. But the keyboard has lots of colored keys, so that's nice. What is it that Jason Robertson recovers? I'm guessing it is mostly these palm trees. And I believe this is the page that currently holds the world record for the most palm trees on a teletext page. I think services would battle it out to see how many palms they could squeeze onto their pages. And Mr. Steve Horsley can vouch for that.
100% true. Everybody wants as many palm trees as they can.
So
Everybody wants a different palm tree.
Is it a real thing that people would ask you to do more and more palm trees? We've got to have one more palm tree than the next company.
Yeah, it looks too much like the other one. No, more palm trees. No, put that leaf in a different place. I'm not kidding either. That's what it was like.
As long as it looks different, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as it's different.
First rule of Flight Club, you don't compare it to films starring Meatloaf. Well, I don't think we're supposed to talk about this, so should we move on? Flight Club, brilliant. Incidentally, I'm guessing that was before Fight Club, so we can make that joke retrospectively. Moving on a bit, we can look at the intricacies of designing in teletext. Now, despite the fact that this guy is red, he's actually an orange. But of course, orange is a shade of red, so we can get away with it. But at the danger of explaining the joke, level 1 teletext, whisper it quietly. It doesn't support orange. There you go. So you can't draw David Dickinson properly.
That orange joke.
Yes.
It's a man's daddy kind of level of joke, that it doesn't work on.
Well, that's okay, because this presentation is sort of influenced by the man's daddy, the greatest joke teller of all time. So let's move on to the next slide, Mr. Slide Monkey. In the early days, I don't think teletext had the option to choose any background other than black. But New Background does give us that option, and an excuse to look at this test card, showing the myriad of colors available to you, except orange. Of course, sacrilege having orange in a teletext page. But you can make a fantastic test card.
Yeah, that just shows all the potential of the system.
If you are a Jedi level artist, you'll understand held graphics. Held graphics mode is magical, basically. You can change the color, for example, of a graphic without leaving a black block showing where you change the color. And, well, I don't think they use that in this picture. Either that or it's not been recovered. very well. But I actually do think there was a time they didn't use held graphics on the CFAX weather map, so this is an example of it. I'm not sure when this was recovered from, though. But yeah, that's before they moved over to the fancy new Teletext weather map.
Yeah, it looks a bit independence referendums there.
Yeah, it looks like some of those rivers are a little bit long and thick, and Britain is separated into the south, the north, and Scotland. Very, very stark representation. Side monkey. As Batman always says, designing in teletext is very, very hard indeed.
Is that Batman's nickname for Robin? Slide Monkey?
Yeah. But yeah, this Batman page is quite simple, as it only uses one color and a little bit of text. Now, it was actually made by a dude called SN Concepts, who likes to draw Batman and DC comics. He drew it on a physical worksheet that we had at one of the block parties, the first one in London. He did a bunch of Batman designs, which I converted frame it style to teletext. But I think it's a very good likeness of Batty. However, teletext pages can become a lot more complicated than this. Quite complicated indeed. Channel 4 teletext pages, the racing pages in particular, were known for their sheer complexity and information overload. But if it sells bookmakers, I guess that is all that matters. Did you ever do anything like this, Steve Horsenberger? Were you challenged with doing any of these types of pages, the maxed out madness?
Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It's all coming back to me. That's horrible. Horrible, horrible. Yes, yes. Man, why would you even want your page like that? A lot of even holiday pages as well. Just cram as much in there. Make it as colourful as you can. Oh, need a sick bag for that, don't you? Really?
I think they probably paid per page, these betting companies. They wanted as much information as possible on one page. I'm surprised, actually, on the page on the left, there is room for some graphics. They've completely dispensed with that on the one on the right. But what I love about that is you've got a variety of different typography. So you've got pixel typography and then regular text mode typography as well. I always like to see that. You love to see it. Now, the main problem with teletext is making things look like the things they're supposed to look like. A prime example of that is this. What is it supposed to be, do you think? Is it a giant chef's hat? A chimney? Or maybe a partially submerged Christmas cracker? Or maybe it's something else altogether? Who knows? So,
You should have put an epilepsy warning at the beginning.
oh, really? Why? Because of the colors?
Yeah, that's it. It's definitely going to trigger somebody.
I love those colors, by the way, and this is a particularly good page, which is why I chose it. The reflection.
It is a good page.
Yeah, the reflection of the sun. It's a good way to fill up half a page, actually, just do some reflections. I think somebody pointed that out earlier. Yeah.
You can see when somebody's been given the opportunity to basically have a whole page. It didn't happen very often, so they would make, to make the most of it. Rather than having to cram stuff in a load of text, some graphics, to have a whole page you could do something on didn't happen very often. So they pretty knocked themselves out completely with that.
So was it like Christmas when you've got a page like that?
Yeah, when you could actually be creative. That's, again, like the frame it. If you could do a whole page, it was great. You could enjoy it.
Did you print them out and put them in your art portfolio?
I did. I've actually found them the other day. They had a really nice wax printer. So they still look as good now as they printed them 2 years ago.
Excellent. Wonderfully preserved teletext, printed out for all time.
Next time I see you, I'll hand them over to you.
Like a ceremonial hangover. Or whole handover, not hangover. So sometimes it isn't the artist's rendering that's the problem, but the source image itself. I love this page to death, but we've no idea whether the guy ever recovered from his broken neck. Or maybe no, this is actually someone's dad hitting their head off a light fitting.
I thought it was a Jackie Chan meme.
Yeah, it does look like it, doesn't it? It's like a really bad spot the ball page. Oh, and have you spotted the hidden pixel typography there? William Hill telebetting.
Perhaps was the exact moment they were hit in the head just as they were typing the words hill.
William Hill! Ugh.
So they did recover.
He recovered just in time to type the rest of the page out in block capitals.
I like the 80s, 90s looking football shirt as well. Reminds me a little bit of Horsenberger, actually, that. But
Look,
I...
suffering a head injury, is that what you meant?
Basically. I like to call this image elephant trunk arms. He can jump quite high as well, this basketballer, as he blows the ball with his trunk arms into the net. But I like that they've used the separated graphics for the net. It's sort of a natural choice, I think.
Got a bit of a John Travolta in the pose there.
It's photorealistic, that's the thing.
It's it's Super Mario shooting a fireball. It's Luigi because he's green. He's got 4 lives left.
The ball isn't even circular.
Oh, it's near enough. That's because it's in the air. It's sort of an oblate spheroid. It's been thrown so quickly, it's been sort of warped.
Into turtle shape.
Yeah. On this one, I love the 3D effect. We've got the red contrasting against the blue, which is the natural use of colors for 3D.
Oh, Lego. We like Lego.
Going back a frame, actually, Chip Fork says the yellow thing might be someone else's head.
It could be a turtle and an elephant.
Totally turds and fants. It's totally fantastic.
And Hannock says, in regards to the Lego Festival, I think somebody had some issues with perspective on it. Well, I think you can get away with it. There's only a certain amount you can do with teletext. And
Yes. As someone who has attempted to draw things in perspective in low resolution, I can say you do have to fudge things quite a bit at that resolution.
I just said that F should have had a red line, single pixels underneath it. That's just what it's lacking there.
Well, I think they've boxed themselves into a corner there because there's no space for a
Yeah.
background code.
I think they've actually done that masterfully, because that's the best you can do it with held graphics, I believe.
Yeah, I think they've done a great job. I wouldn't have you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done.
Probably got to the F and thought, I'm not redrawing everything to shift it across 2 pixels, and that'll do.
Not effing doing that again.
So guys, that's happening on the 25th of July if you want to go.
Not anymore.
Well, we don't know where it is. It doesn't say, does it?
I just couldn't imagine Lego allowing someone to go so off-brand those days and not have their official logo. Unless it's an unauthorized Lego festival.
What if the Lego people came and said, look, you just got blocks. We use blocks. Why does ours look better than yours? I could just see them having a big fight. Our blocks look better than yours. It's all blocks. Just do them just like ours. No.
We don't like to pick a fight with Lego. They've got way more resources.
Chip Fork takes it back and says, sorry, it is good. I don't wish to disrespect. Well, yeah, I suppose. It has to be a little bit rubbish to be on teletext.
And I think it probably would have stood out against other pages around it.
Oh, absolutely. Full color page.
Yeah, and you would have gone to that and you thought, well, that's good.
Maybe it was an editor or interfering. It was probably quite a good picture, and they say, can you just make that head look more like the sun or something?
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Kids never seem to have a problem designing for teletext, however. Here are a couple of fine examples of images that have survived the transition from children's drawing paper to teletext pixels quite well. Sort of. I think these are very good representations of kids' drawings, but I don't know, there's something creepy about the one on the left. It's drawn by Gordon as well. I quite like the pirate, though. However, I have to warn you, the next slide is potentially quite disturbing, so those with a nervous disposition had better leave the room. And this might indeed be Homer Simpson as Baby Spice, but I find it quite scary. Hey! Welcome to your nightmares, Blockdown Party.
Oh, dear. Oh.
From a very creative mind, a terrible fan fiction waiting to be made, I think. She's got too much hair for it to be Homer Simpson.
Just on a conceptual level, it's how. Maybe it was one drawing that became something else by accident. I don't think anyone would start with that as the concept for the work.
And Hannock says, I hope Hannah grew up to be a better adjusted human. TNC Supply says, that is awesome! While Squamelia says, Homer is Baby Spice, excellent. So it actually is quite a well-realized drawing. It's just, like you say, the concept is a little bit frightening.
I think powerful is the word.
Yeah. So I think that one was converted by Mr. Paul Rose himself. Magnificent. On with the madness.
Turn to page 200. The largest source of flights and holidays throughout the world. From Britain to the Bahamas.
From safaris
to water sports. You'll find happy travel agents offering their best prices. All this on Teletext.
ITV page 200.
Oh, I think Steve might like the next one. We go from the ridiculous to the sublime, with a couple of pages designed by Mr. Steve Horsley, who's in the room today. Hey! These pages are from Channel 4 Teletext in the mid-90s. The story behind these is, although we originally saw them on Teletext back in the day, Steve actually has some printouts of these, and he posted those to his DeviantArt account. And there they sat for about 10 years. More recently, Jason Robertson has been recovering lots of stuff, and he actually uncovered those artworks, which are here for you to see. The early bird, I think he's got a remote there, a TV remote, is that right, Steve?
He does, yeah. He's changing the channel.
Yeah, he's checking 216 on Teletext.
Oh, he's going to impress the chicks.
Yeah.
How many times were you asked to do variations on that joke for Easter holidays?
Yeah, it was quite a common one. I remember this is back in the days when it was acceptable. There was no police investigations after those.
Well, I have to say that Steve does make effective use of control codes here, incorporating them as part of thick black outlines in his art. And that's a signature of Mr. Horsley's work. Also, please excuse the fact that in this recovery, Mr. Earlybird is farting a letter N. Oh dear. Do you remember making these artworks, Steve, back in the day?
I do actually, I do. And I was thinking they're never going to use these.
And they just used all of them.
They just used everything, yeah. Again, nobody really complained if you did something, they just used it.
Maybe they defer to your superior teletext art abilities.
But like I said, it was back in the...
Oh, an alien is here.
Something fell over in the kitchen and Snapper's gone to investigate.
Hello, Snapper.
Hi, Snapper. Yeah, he's never present, I think, at the block parties, isn't he? He's been to a few.
It's sure that the kitchen area is clear, so he's come back now.
Alrighty. So does anybody have anything else to say about these?
It could be symbolic that an N's coming out of a chick.
It's an N-shaped egg. TNC Supplies asks, were these ITV rather than Channel 4?
If it's advertising holidays, I imagine it pushed people to... I don't know, they could have been either ITV or Channel 4. Because they just used... I can't remember which channels they were on.
They could well have been Channel 3, yeah. But I always associate Channel 4 with Teletext holidays, but maybe it changed over the years.
Well, I think they may have been pushing people towards it, but then again, if it's...
I associate ITV with adverts because doing the recoveries, there's hundreds and hundreds of sub-pages of adverts on ITV. Almost never ending.
They're renting adverts of ITV. Like you said, it was a license to print money, like somebody said earlier.
What teletext you mean? The teletext
Yeah,
holidays?
Just the advertise. Yeah, that's it. The amount of holiday companies that were getting, the amount of money that was piling in adverts was huge. Sorry, yeah. Afterwards, I went to work for an advertising agency, and all they did was holidays for Teletext. It's one of Teletext's biggest clients, so I just went to work for them instead.
You defected. You cheated on teletext.
Yeah, they doubled my salary. I couldn't say no.
They signed you up. They tapped you up.
They did.
I bet they had you on slave drive, though, doing 20 times more teletext pages than teletext did.
Oh yeah, I was working from home, updating the pages too, and updating all the holiday pages. And there was some of these pages had so many holidays on, and I had to update the prices. 2:00 in the morning, 3:00 in the morning. They'd phone them through, fax them through. It was crazy.
People were looking for holidays at 2 a.m.
24/7 they were doing it.
So people
I've
did.
sat there at 2 a.m. recovering the pages. The holiday advert.
Well, I guess it's people who are drunk and say, "Oh, let's go on a holiday," and then the next morning they get or a couple of days later they get a letter saying, "Here's confirmation of your holiday," and they say, "Well, I don't remember any of that."
Yeah,
You can
like
do that.
like we do now with Amazon. They did it with Teletext before.
Yeah.
Well, we now do with Amazon. Have a couple of drinks and order rubbish. Back then, they just used to order holidays off Teletext. But no, it's a lot of companies are updating
24/7, yeah.
Just wouldn't stop. Never stops.
At 3 a.m. is the prime time of ordering package holidays.
Well, the KLF had a song about that.
Oh, really? Are you sure it wasn't the Shaman?
No, it was 3 a.m. eternal, so maybe that's what they did when they got back from the clubs and setting fire to £1 million.
Because money tends to sort of control you if you've got it. It kind of dictates what you have to do with it. You either spend it, give it away, invest it. And we just wanted to be in control of it.
Warning, the next section contains dinosaurs mating.
Well, moving on. As good as Steve might be, I don't think he's ever going to be able to create something as iconic as this. Following this page's appearance at the block party a few years ago, Simon Rawls painstakingly recreated this page in his EditTF editor. And the next day, I informed him that I actually had a copy of the raw teletext page anyway, rendering his exercise just a little bit less useful. But I have to say, it is a classic teletext page and probably worth converting.
I mean, look at the shame on the magenta dinosaur. The shame on that face. The guilt. It's just that poor
You've seen the photographer.
Oh, no. I don't know what's going on in the background there. That big red thing. Is it a volcano erupting? I don't know.
At least it's only the volcano that's erupting.
Yeah. My favorite thing about this, we showed this at the block party. And oh, hold on a sec. Ant says he recovered this one. Fame at last. It's all been worth it. Yeah, he did. He did recover this one.
Recovered the greatest frame of teletext ever. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ant. Superwonderstar. He's recovered a ton of stuff actually over the years. He provided the EP1s for some of these. I forgot to mention. Yeah, thank you. So that's a very iconic teletext page and one that most teletext artists look up to. Oh yeah, and as Mr. Biffo said regarding the dino on the right, he's rubbed that belly raw.
When Teletext ended, they did a special section featuring classic pages from the history of Teletext. And one of them was a classic frame it page of two dinosaurs in uncompromising positions. Were you responsible for converting this piece of artwork? And can you tell us what was going on?
I don't know. I mean, quite possibly. I mean, I didn't ever make up the frame-its. They were always genuine pictures that kids had drawn in. Again, we didn't scan them. I just had to redraw them by hand. So I don't know. You need pictorial evidence of this.
I know.
Oh, look, there we go.
Oh, here it is.
There they are. Oh dear. He's rubbed that belly raw, hasn't he? On that scaly back.
Which I still laugh at now and again. Brilliant.
I just love it. It's so nice to see Teletext bring such joy all these years later.
Yeah, I think you guys
Thank
knew.
you, Nicholas. Thank you, Ant.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Ant. Thank you very much. All I'm going to say about this slide is the background is definitely blue. And maybe the movie that they're watching is also blue. Looks like 50 Shades of Grey, maybe. But I love that. You've got the foreground and the background with 3 different colors. Wonderful.
There was only 15 shades of grey.
Oh, really?
The channel.
On Teletext, there are only 6. Or 7, maybe. 7 plus black. Sorry. That image introduces a section we like to call controversial teletext. Can anybody spot the naughty word from this Turn of the Worm comic strip? Because I can't see it. I think I'm going to press green and read about the stone roses instead. So, as for chatline ladies, this was as risque as British Teletext got. Yes, in the background, somebody whistling.
This is a bit sexist, though.
Why is that?
Well, we got any Catline boys as well.
Yeah, we do actually. I can
That's
get
okay.
I can get pictures of those later if you wish. I do have them. But I didn't put them in here because maybe we hadn't recovered them at that time. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is as risque as it got. Incidentally, don't call those numbers without your parents' permission.
Or
Alright.
a time machine.
Look at that, though, on the right. Terminates in Guyana. P.O. Box, Netanya, Israel. What? Are we calling Europe for that? But it terminates in Guyana. That's odd. Very strange.
Bravo was always a dodgy channel anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Smells like a tax scam to me.
If I phone that number, can I talk to pixelated ladies? With a sausage, with a blue sausage.
She looks like she's got a mouthful of something.
She looks like she's eating the phone.
Not concerned about the dead eyes. It's
She's been doing the job way too long.
Yeah, and Hannock says terminates in Guyana, so I assume you'd be calling that.
Speaking to an African prince.
or maybe you, Turf. That's where you ultimately end up and die if you that number.
So
are you phoning them?
No.
You're going to phone them.
I could phone them if you like. Do you want to phone them? We'll probably not get through.
Is that even a phone number?
I don't know. We could try it. I need to load up Skype. It'll take a minute. But what is that number? 00592. Is that a UK number? You might be
That's an
calling abroad.
international number for Guyana.
Is it? I wonder if it's covered in my Skype subscription. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm looking forward to this not working. Right, I'm just typing it in. 00. Yep, it is Guyana. 577. It's not going to work, is it? Was it worth it?
I hope not. It's going to be embarrassing if it does. To some random person in Guyana.
I don't think you'll be able to hear it if it does work. Oh, your subscription doesn't cover this number. What a shame. Oh, never mind. Let's move on. We can try some of the other numbers if you wish a little bit later. Brilliant.
It's 25-year-old phone numbers. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. It's a thing I love to do in my spare time.
In the beginning, there was television, and then there was music television. Then came loads of stuff. Now there's MTV Text. And page 400 is where you want to be. To win prizes, make friends, get your horoscope, or talk one-to-one to other MTV fans all over Europe. Go 400 on MTV Text for more competitions, more friends, more prizes, more fun. You have MTV, you have MTV Text. You have no excuse.
Just when you thought Teletext couldn't get any more 90s, along came satellite television to rival CFX and Teletext Limited. I believe these pages were produced by Data Design, an independent teletext provider that, as of 2016, when I wrote this, was still running. It's no longer a thing. They don't exist. They used to have the At the Races UK text service, which I did some artwork for a long time ago. So yeah, these wonderful pages. We've got Beavis and Butthead on the right there. And some cool dude, a typical 90s representation of what a corporation thinks is a cool dude on the left.
Yeah, that's good. They weren't bad, were they? That's...
The one
With
on the
his
right.
blue hair sticking out of his baseball cap.
It's what Sonic style hair.
Yeah, I really like those pages. Oh, you're in for a treat next. Mr. T seems to be as popular as palm trees in the world of teletext. Well, almost. So here is a selection of Mr. T pages. One of them is by Mr. Steve Horsley. Which one could it be, I wonder? Can you select the correct one? Actually, can you name the artist on some of these? Because I have the artists. One of them is painfully obvious. Jack Powell of Leeds did one of them. So which one is Steve?
I think the bottom left is yours, Dan, and the one to the right of that is
Oh, you've seen them before, haven't you?
possibly.
Yeah, the below right one is actually mine, and I just did that in 5 minutes in Edit TF, so it's not very good.
Pity the fool who don't know who troll me.
Yeah, pity the fool. Actually, I think Steve's done some more teletext Mr. T's since then.
Do you have my Mr. T hybrid?
No. I don't.
No, Mr. T. Mr. T is an elephant.
You'll have to get that for us. Could you post that in the Discord for us?
I can get that one for.
Here is the elephant Mr. T, and it truly is crazy fool. I like his ears. A legendary piece of artwork. Mr. Telephant, can you take us behind the scenes with this artwork, Steve?
I asked if anybody has any ideas for Mr. T is an elephant.
Somebody suggested Mr. T is an elephant, yeah.
Yeah, they also gave me another one of a horse in a typhoon. So I did a horse in a typhoon as well. Then I stopped asking.
I know. It's a little bit like a fever dream, isn't it?
Yeah, the suggestions you get.
I love it, though. I love the crazy teletext pages. So was Mr. Biffo the one who said he was on Cocodamol? We should have got him to draw some drugged-up teletext pages. The Cocodamol edition. See what he came up with.
They probably would have just been normal. Would have been the straightest pages there are.
So yes, he looks a bit like an egg, actually, in a way. Humpty Dumpty Elephant Tea.
Dizzy.
Yeah, Dizzy.
Jongens, als ik van jullie een zakje tikkels krijg, maak ik voor jullie een keigave schommel. Van buiten, zeg van binnen.
Well, Ant says he's got 66 archived editions of Tea and Text. Don't ask me why. Well, do they have nice artworks on them? That would be good. But yeah, the above middle one is by a dude called Yanasuni, who's a legend in, I believe he's in the Finnish demo scene. And he's done a wonderful representation of tea there. And that's all of them. I think since then, I've collected more Mr. T pages and put them up on my website. But as I said, this was done in 2017. So we're nearly at the end now. But did you think that recycled content was purely an internet thing? Ah, think again, man. Oracle were reusing bad jokes long before Michael McIntyre made it popular. Actually, we have 3 versions of the same joke here, and there is a 4th one that has since been recovered. I'll read it for you. What was the tortoise doing on the motorway? About 1 meter per hour. And it looks as though in the above and left pictures, it actually credits the same dude for the joke, Simon Andre Atuse. They've just done 2 different drawings of him. Maybe that one's an inside-out version of him. But the one on the right from Kerry Stimson, who's clearly stolen the joke, except she's put about 1 mile an hour instead of about 1 meter per hour.
Completely different joke.
A completely different joke. And it looks like the tortoise is going backwards due to the speed lines.
Totally turds and fants. It's totally...
I think that the page 3 or 5 one was done using a digitizer.
Ah, right. Yeah, it does.
I'm sure that was done using a digitizer. And that's the sort of effect you got with it. But obviously they've still played around with it afterwards.
I like it, though. Digitized stuff has a certain quality to it, doesn't it?
Certainly does. It's very unique.
And that's all from us. So all that's left to be said is, happy birthday, everyone, from Kids Text. Hey, look at that. Happy birthday, Jason Robertson. 18 years old on the 4th of August. And that was a nice little treat for Jason at the end there. But sadly, he's not been with us to talk us through this. But hope you've enjoyed it. And I regret not being able to get through to Guyana because my subscription doesn't cover it. But oh well.
The Comet sale starts tomorrow. Check the Comet price index on Channel 4 Teletext. And if you think it's time for a new dishwasher, come to the Comet sale.
What the heck was that?
Turn to page 200.
The largest cause of floods and holidays throughout the world. From Britain to the Bahamas.
From safaris
to water sports. You'll find happy travel agents offering their best prices. All this on Teletext.
ITV paid 200.